DuPont from Kinderchuk and Nolay. As we mentioned, 1-1 the Islanders and the Leafs in Toronto in the second period.
Play underway to start the third period. Luce dumps the puck into the Boston zone or behind the net. Round the boards up on the right side for Hodge. Hodge checked by Luce. Goes to War at center, back to the Buffalo line, stops to the right point, leaves it for Esposito. He shoots it in behind the Buffalo net. Cashman is there. Luce after him. Cashman to the corner, round to the boards by Schoenfeld. Luce ahead, broken up by Hodge. Hodge keeps it in for Boston along the boards with Ramsey. They battle for it. Loose puck on the circle, cleared to Esposito, to Cashman to the left of the net into the corner. He swings. Back to the right point to War. Screen shot, it's off Schoenfeld. Loose puck, Esposito turns and scores! Esposito at a screen shot, spun around, dropped the puck into the bottom left-hand corner behind a screen. Dave Dryden with 3 or 4 players in front of the Buffalo net. Esposito was a good 25 feet in front. He spun around, dropped it into the bottom left-hand corner, and the Boston Bruins jump into a 4-3 lead.
Well, Phil Esposito is just something else. Schoenfeld blocked Orr's shot from the point. Dropped down in front of him. Esposito standing out in the slot, just grabbed the puck, whirled around, and let the puck go right along the ice. And every player except the 2 Boston defensemen were between he and the net, and the puck slipped in by Dryden right along the ice.
The Bruins again striking quickly. In the opening minutes of the third period as Carrier fires it right back into the Boston zone on the face-off. Sims to the corner. Robert trying to center it. Orr is there to take it away for Boston. Head to O'Reilly. O'Reilly at center. The long, high-rising shot off the glove of Dave Dryden over the glass into the crowd. And a souvenir to a young boy from Napoli, New York, who is up watching tonight's game. Haven't got too many people down there in Napoli, but it's a great sports community.
As long as you're not down there swimming.
Not yet.
Ted, that shot by Esposito, if he had got the puck an inch off the ice, I'm sure it would have hit one of the players in front of the net. However, he managed to keep it right along the ice and score.
Boston 4, Buffalo 3, and on the face-off, Carrier in behind the Buffalo net. He stops, leaves it for Perreault. Perreault, Robert and Martin up front. Now Perreault skates back at center for Buffalo. To the Boston line, shoots it in behind the Boston net. It goes to the corner, Marcotte with Robert after him. Robert is knocked to the ice and coming back now at center. Cleared into the Buffalo zone. It's off the corner boards. O'Reilly battling with Carrier. O'Reilly has it behind the net. To the left of the net, back to the blue line to War. There's the screen shot, deflected by his teammate Savard over the glass into the crowd. And another face-off coming up in the Buffalo zone with the Bruins leading by a 4-3 score. Esposito getting his second. On the face-off of the Buffalo zone, Carrier behind the net. Left it for Perreault. Now Perreault moving slowly inside his own line. He skates to center. Shoots it off the boards into the Boston zone. Gilbert leaves it for Orr. Orr around the boards for O'Reilly. Bumped by Carrier. They go to the ice and force a face-off coming up in the Boston zone now.
Well, Perreault shot the puck in, Ted, on that play from center ice zone, but he didn't have either of his wingers going in to forecheck, and Orr picked it up and brought it out along the boards.
A face-off of the Bruins zone to the right. Perreault and Savard both waved out of the face-off area. Now it'll be Terry O'Reilly and Robert. A correction, Marcotte and Robert on the face-off of the Boston zone. Robert the draw, but it went over the blue line. Robitaille goes back to center. Shoots it back into the Boston zone. It goes all the way around the corner board to the left point. Picked up by Martin. Martin tried to center it, and Orr broke it up. Orr comes back with Savard at center to the Buffalo line. Moving in with Marcotte. A pass, and Savard knocked it off his stick into the corner. Cleared in front. A high pass. Nobody could get to it. Coming back is Martin. Moving with Perreault. Martin to the Boston line with Perreault. Goes to the right point. Stops. Tried to feed it through to Perreault. Broken up by Orr again. Orr in front of his own net, over for Al Sims. Sims off the boards, ahead to Marcotte. He reached for it, couldn't get it. And Korab recovers, skates in front of his own net for Buffalo and moves behind the net. 17:25 to go in the game, a 4-3 score, Boston leading. Schmott shoots the puck off the boards back into the Buffalo zone. Schoenfeld clears it to center. Vadnais comes up with it, giving it to Dallas Smith. A pass now for Shepard in over the line. The slap shot. It's off Schoenfeld's stick into the crowd behind the Buffalo net with 17:10 now remaining. He clears it into the Buffalo zone. It's off the boards, coming up with it to Schoenfeld. Up on the left side now to Spencer. He tried to dump it through to Jerry Meehan, stopped by Shepard. Spencer ran into Shepard, and the puck is shot into the Buffalo zone, and Korab is there. Now Jerry Korab comes back for Buffalo at center, moving with Spencer on the left side. The long shot wide. Meehan going in after it. Meehan's got it, trying to center it. It goes right to the left of the net. And falling on it, Gilbert holds on to it, forcing a face-off for the Boston zone. Change of players, a 4-3 score. The Bruins in front. This is Sabres hockey on WGR Buffalo. On the face-off of the Bruins zone, to the right of the net is Harold Vadnais. Spencer holds it in for Buffalo, shoots it back into the corner. Lorenz going against Vadnais, cleared to the other side. Jerry Meehan into the corner, tried to center it. It's off the leg of Dallas Smith. And cleared by the Bruins. Down the left side, Johnny Busick at center. Shoots it into the Buffalo zone, right to Dryden. He stops it, leaves it for Carrier. He backhands it around the net. Up on the right side for Jim Lorenz with Schmatz after him. Lorenz at center, back to the Boston line. 4 Bruins are back. Lorenz has to go back at center, knocked down by Dallas Smith, and Robitaille is there. Now Robitaille in front of his own net. Up on the left side for Ramsey. Ramsey back to the Boston line, lost control, had to go back after it. He's checked by Shepard. Now Vadnais shoots it into the Buffalo zone off the boards, and coming up with it is Robitaille. Boston changing players. Now Mickey ahead to Luce, back for Mickey, back for Luce. Luce moving to the Boston line, cuts it to the right side. A screen shot, it went wide. Mickey going in after to the corner. Into the right of the net to Ramsey. Checked by Orr. Orr takes it away from Ramsey. Now Orr in front of his own net for Dallas Smith along the left wing. Dallas Smith at center. Steps by Korab. Moves in over the Buffalo line. Now top of the circle. Right point to Hodge. In for Esposito. Went behind the net. Korab. Checked by Cashman. Tried to center it. Lost it to Luce. Ahead now. Luce at center. Moving with Mickey to the Boston line. Back for Mickey. The slap shot. Oh, deflected just wide to the right side. Hodge now in the face-off circle, knocks it to the right of the Boston net. Orr is there, lost it. Mickey comes after it. A bouncing puck. Esposito is there. Esposito coming up with it. Up on the left side to Cashman. Cashman works his way to center, feeds it to Esposito on the right wing, shoots it into the Buffalo zone, and Schoenfeld with 14:27 to go in the game. 4-3, Boston leading. Mickey just over the line, the long shot caught by Gilbert. Bobby Orr round the boards for Cashman, off the boards at center. Coming up with it is Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld at center ice. His pass went behind Luce. He didn't see it. Orr just shoots it to center. Hodge has it. Hodge. Pass broken up by Don Luce. Luce back at his own line. Backhands it up on the right side. The Bruins are falling back now. They've got a 1-goal lead, and they're falling back to their blue line at every opportunity, preventing the Sabres from penetrating deep inside the Boston line with good opportunities. Hodge now for Boston, giving it to Cashman, left of the net. Esposito all alone, but he couldn't get it. Sims takes the shot. It's off Schoenfeld's leg. Goes back to Orr. Orr keeps it in. Esposito was all alone in front of the Buffalo net. He couldn't control it. Mickey ahead to Don Luce. Luce coming at Ramsey. A pass now to Martin. Martin in over the line, going in and goal! And he's upset by Gilbert. Couldn't get the shot away. An almost identical play. He had a chance against Gilbert in Boston and failed to score. Now Perreault stopped at center. Coming up with it is Bobby Orr. Orr for Esposito. He backhands it into the Buffalo zone. The Bruins change. Esposito almost got a hat trick. Perreault comes back, steps away from Savard to the Boston line, trying to break through. It goes to Robert. Backhand drive. Left pad saved by Gilbert. Back to Robitaille. He couldn't keep it in. His shot went off a leg. Now Carrier fell down at his own line, gave it to Robitaille. A pass coming up with it is Carrier. Shoots it into the Boston zone. The Sabres are trying to press. Sims in behind the net now. Checked by Martin, and Martin was again hit by a stick. Goes to Perreault, can't get the shot away. Cleared up on the left side for Marcotte. Goes to Savard to the Buffalo line. Savard in over the line with Marcotte. Checked from behind, but got the shot away wide to the right. Up on the right side to Perreault. Kept in left point, Dallas Smith. His shot put off a teammate. O'Reilly. Dryden scoops the puck into the corner. Savard knocks it back behind the Buffalo net. Carrier comes up with it. He leaves it for Robitaille. 12:15 to go in the game. 4-3, the Bruins lead as the Sabres clear the puck into Boston territory. Vadnais going back to touch it, and the Sabres are called for icing. 4-3 score. Bruins in front. This is Sabres hockey on WGR Buffalo. Esposito with the second goal of the game, his 61st of the year. On the face-off, Dallas Smith, long shot caught by Dryden. Right at the ankles, he held on to it. And the shot from the left point, they'll do it all over again.
In Philadelphia, the Flyers are leading the Blues by a 4-2 score in the second period. The Blues' second goal by Sabern from Gardner. The Flyers' fourth goal, Clark unassisted, and now Clark has picked up a goal and 2 assists in that hockey game. In Toronto, it's still Islanders 1, Maple Leafs 1 in the second period, and in New York, it's the Blackhawks 1, the Rangers 1.
On the face-off, the Buffalo zone, Korab into the corner, down the right side. A pass up to the right side to Atkinson at center. Shoots it into the Boston zone after it. Brian Spencer takes the shot. Gilbert was way of the net. Now it's cleared in front of the end. Shot it wide. And a pass from Atkinson. Right point to Korab. Korab tries to center it. Loose puck to the left. They go after it. It's knocked away back into the corner. Vadnais has it. Korab takes it. At center for Buffalo. Shoots it back into the Boston zone. Lorenz going after Vadnais behind the net. Vadnais left it for Dallas Smith. Up on the left side for Busick. He's stopped by Korab, and Atkinson picks up the loose puck. A pass for Spencer just outside the line. He's bumped to the boards by Vadnais. Lorenz in to help. They get a whistle and force a face-off inside the Boston line. 11:23 now remaining to play, and Boston in front by a goal, 4-3.
The fans in Buffalo are really going to enjoy watching.
Face-off just inside the Boston line. Esposito now back on. He's looking for a hat trick tonight. Has 61 goals. Jerry Meehan right on the face-off. Shoots the puck into the left of the Boston net. It's cleared by the Bruins. Al Sims to center. Now Korab at his home blue line to Schoenfeld. Up for Paul Trebenchi playing on the left wing. He's stopped by Hodge. Jerry Meehan in to help. He scoops it in behind the Boston net. And Sims going it after it. Had a little trouble. Korab. Bobby Orr now. Orr in front of his own net for Boston with Jerry Meehan forechecking up on the left side for Sims. Deflected into the Buffalo zone with Mickey going back after it, and Boston called for icing with 10:50 now remaining, and the Buffalo Sabres looking for a goal to tie it up. They want 2 goals. They want to win this one because the Toronto Maple Leafs and Islanders are all tied up at 1-1 in the second period.
There was some move or put on the board.
Face-off in the Bruins zone. Esposito the draw. Meehan going after the left. Cliff centers the puck. It's off the skate of Paul Trebenchi. Hodge down the right side for Boston. A pass to Orr at center. He sends away Esposito going in it to Hodge. The shot. Dryden made the save. Esposito behind the net now. Checked by Schoenfeld. Loose puck behind the net. Finally they got a whistle, and there was a situation where Phil Esposito could have let the shot go. He was right in on goal and elected to flip it over to Hodge to the left of the net, and Dryden came out to make the save.
Sabre defenseman coming back with or beside Esposito was in stick length of him, and Esposito deciding he could have shot easily, Ted, as you mentioned. He decided
Esposito the draw to Sims, the long shot, low drive, caught by Dryden, left for Korab. Up for Ramsey, he missed it at his own blue line. It slides into the Boston zone with Orr back after it. Orr behind the net. Cleared it to center. Schoenfeld is there. Backs up to his own blue line. Off the left wing boards. Bobby Orr recovers again over to Sims. Sims back at center. Shoots it into the Buffalo zone with Dryden. Leaving it for Schoenfeld. Cashman forechecking. Dumps it to the corner. Ramsey comes up with it. Ahead to Don Luce. Luce starts back for Buffalo at center. Moving with Dudley. Shoots it to the corner boards. Dudley after it. Dudley clears it in front of the net. Nobody was there. Ramsey takes the screenshot. Off for Ramsey again to Luce. The shot. Oh, it's hit the side of the net, and Ramsey in behind the net with Orr. They battle for it and fall on it behind the Boston net, and the Sabres came close there.
Gilles Gilbert really plays his post well, Ted. In the game Tuesday and also again tonight, on numerous occasions the Sabres have had the puck right around that goal post, but he really tucks his pad up tight there. Ramsey getting the puck out to Don Luce.
Don Luce, it's cleared to the far corner. Cashman in behind the net for Vadnais. Vadnais back to the right side. Korab keeps it in for Buffalo behind the net. Don Luce is there. Ramsey in to help as well. Dudley has moved in front of the net. Vadnais and Ramsey battle for it, and they get another whistle, forcing another face-off in the Boston zone. Sabres will meet the St. Louis Blues Saturday night. The arena in St. Louis, broadcast time 9 o'clock for that game. Don Luce again at center with Esposito, and on the draw, Ramsey back at the blue line. Flips it over for Dudley. Dudley backhands it behind the net. Luce has got it. Luce into the corner. He's checked by Hodge. Schoenfeld takes the shot, deflected by Vadnais, and up to Cashman over the line, and Korab recovers for Buffalo. Then he lost it. Korab back in after it with Cashman chasing him. He skates behind the Buffalo net, moved to the left, right onto the stick of Hodge at the right point, knocked away by Luce. Ramsey gives it to Korab. Korab moving to the line with Dudley, and over the line a pass for Dudley. Dudley going to the corner. He centers the puck right onto the stick of Vadnais. Cleared back to the line. Schoenfeld couldn't hold it in. Luce up for Ramsey. Ramsey to the Boston line. Giving it to Schoenfeld, to Don Luce, and over the line to the right side. Luce trying to knock it back off the ankle of Cashman. The puck in behind the net. They battle for it. Luce is in there. Tries to pop it free for Dudley, and coming up with it is Esposito. He skates back. Esposito at center with Hodge on the right side. Shoots it to the corner boards. Hodge going in after. Dryden comes out of the net. Flips it to the corner. Esposito over for Hodge, but it's knocked away by Robitaille to Dallas Smith. The shot, screen drive, and it's off Schoenfeld. Don Luce comes up with it. 4-3, the Bruins lead. 8:13 to go. Now to Robitaille at center. Winds up the long shot. Cleared away by Gilles Gilbert. Bob Schmatz. Checked by Perreault. He slaps it behind the Boston net. Vadnais around the boards on the left wing for Busick, but he's checked by Robert. Puck back in behind the Boston net. Vadnais has it, clears it. Knocked away to center. Coming up with it is Robitaille. Robitaille winds up long, low drive, and Gilbert a little trouble with it. Made the save and leaves it for Vadnais. Perreault behind the net. Into the corner, Robert. He's got Martin in front. Robert now back to the blue line, trying to flip it over to Carrier. Lost it. Esposito 3-on-1. Schmatz over the line with Busick. Schmatz going over, flipped it in front of the net. Esposito a backhand drive. Dryden the save in the goal crease, and he lost his stick on the play.
Esposito coming very close to getting his hat trick on that play as Dryden had gone down on the corner of the net. Esposito, having the puck in his backhand, tried to put it up in the top corner of the net, failed to do so, putting it right into Dryden's body, and Dave Dryden held on.
Perreault, Robert, and Martin with Robitaille and Carrier back on defense. Shepard at center against Gilles Perreault. And on the draw, or right point, long shot off Martin. Cleared away the left boards. Perreault goes after it. Perreault starts back. 3 Bruins are back. And over the line, the slap shot. Wide to the right. Robert now couldn't hold it in. It comes back to center. Robitaille skates back down to the Boston line. Stick handling with it. Had it knocked off his stick. Cleared by Robert inside the line, but Perreault was inside. Picked up by Orr. Orr back at his own blue line. To the line now. It's cleared in by Marcotte into the Buffalo zone. Carrier to Robert. Robert in the corner. O'Reilly is after him. Carrier comes up with it. He had to go back after it. 6:48 to go in the game. Robitaille ahead now to Robert. Robert's pass on the left side, broken up by Marcotte. He drops it back to Orr. Orr lost it to Martin. Martin going in, the shot. The save of the short side by Gilbert. Martin stole the puck. Now O'Reilly has it. Kept in now by Robert. Robert centers it now for Martin, broken up by Savard. He swings away at his own line. Back at center, moved to the Buffalo line in the left side, to the corner. Savard trying to center it, goes to Robitaille. Ahead to Robert, broken up by Marcotte. In for Savard. O'Reilly's in front. Savard to the right of the net. Centers it, goes to Marcotte. The shot! And Dryden got his left pad on it to knock it away into the corner. O'Reilly taken to the boards by Carrier. Marcotte centers it. Savard couldn't get the shot away. Carrier back into the corner for Buffalo. Exactly 6 minutes to go in the game. 4-3, the Bruins lead. Robert giving it to Perreault. He dumps it into the Boston zone. A bouncing puck to Gilbert. Left it for Bobby Orr. Now Orr's pass up on the left side for Marcotte. Down the left wing to the Buffalo line. The long shot handled by Dryden. He clears it off the corner boards to Atkinson. Left it for Schoenfeld. Now Schoenfeld to Korab. Korab at center. Winds up. The long shot wide. Sims on the left side. He dumps it right back into the Boston zone. Going back after it now is Jim Schoenfeld, and the Boston Bruins are called for icing. 4-3, Boston leading. This is Sabres hockey on WGR Buffalo. On the face-off of the Boston zone. In behind the net, Dallas Smith comes up with it for Boston. Cleared it off the skate of Shepard. Picked up by Smith again. Smith skates back to center. He's checked. Atkinson shoots it into the Boston zone. There's going to... No, I thought the referee had put up his arm for a penalty, but no penalty on the play. Busick. A pass on the right side, broken up by Spencer at center. He's checked by Shepard. A pass to Busick. Over for Vadnais. Broken up by Schoenfeld. Ahead now to Brian Spencer. Spencer checked by Bobby Schmatz. He ran into Atkinson. Shepard back for the Bruins with Atkinson after him. Cleared to center. Korab is there. Korab's pass for Brian Spencer too far, but the puck slides in behind the Boston net. Vadnais in control for the Bruins with Spencer after him. They battle to the corner boards, and coming up with it is Shepard. Shepard skates back behind the Boston net. 4-3, the Bruins lead. 4:28 to go in the game. Atkinson keeps it in now for Buffalo. Korab is there. Korab into the corner. Dallas Smith took him out of the play, knocked him to the ice. They both go down. And Busey comes back for Boston. He dumps it into the Buffalo zone and Dryden. Leaving it for Jim Schoenfeld. 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the game. Jim Lorenz at his own line. Back to center. Winds up. Takes the long low drive. Kicked away by Gilles Gilbert. Change of players is me and Norm Gratton. Mickey on the line for Buffalo. Cashman comes back to the line. Gets away from Mickey. Works his way to the Buffalo line. Clears it over the line. A bouncing puck in front, and Jerry Meehan has it. Now Meehan. Over it goes to Robitaille. Robitaille at center. A pass to Meehan. In over the line. Lost it. Called on the offside at the Boston blue line.
Mike.
On the face-off, Carrier at center. Shoots it into the Boston zone. Gilles Gilbert leaving it for Bobby Orr. Now for Sims on the left side. Marcotte then steers the puck back into Buffalo territory, and Carrier has to go back after it. 3 minutes and 20 seconds now remaining to play. And the third and final period is Robert down the left side for Buffalo. Trying to get away from Marcotte. He moved to the Boston line. In over the line. Checked. Lost it. Cleared to the right point to Robert. Robert's quick shot off Al Sims. And Sims takes the puck into the corner. Martin couldn't get to it to hold it in. Robitaille waits for Robert to come onside. Shoots it right back into the Boston zone. It's off the corner boards, and Bob Orr back in after it. Orr for Boston, clearing it over the glass into the penalty box area. 2:57 to go, and time running out on the Buffalo Sabres as they attempt to tie it up here against the Boston Bruins here in the third period.
Of course, the Boston Bruins will be picking up the wingers and quite content to dump the puck out of their own zone. Under 3 minutes to go, they'll play as tight a defensive game as possible on the road with the 2 points practically in their pocket at this stage. And the experience they have, Ted, it's going to be hard for the Sabres to break through and tie this hockey game up.
Face off to the left of Gilles Gilbert. Now Orr goes over to the Boston Bruins bench to talk to Coach Bep Gwidlin. Well, every coach likes to talk to his quarterback once in a while, Pat.
I'll say, and Orr doesn't get on the bench often enough for Bep Gwidlin to talk to him there, so he has to call him over during a face-off. He's on the ice, as we mentioned before, practically all night. And we have Bep Gwidlin now trying to make a late change to put Dallas Smith in the ice. Referee Lloyd Gilmore signaling, that's it. You've had enough time to change, and sends Dallas Smith back to the bench. Gwidlin has Esposito out here for this important face-off in the Bruins zone.
2:57 to go in the game. 4-3, the Bruins lead. A face-off of the Boston zone, and behind the net, Sims around the boards. Schoenfeld against Marcotte. They battle, and they get another whistle and a face-off again in the Bruins zone to the right this time.
And we see a little of the Sabre strategy there, Ted, with Schoenfeld moving in right in the top of the circle to hold that puck. There's no use going back now at this late stage. They have to stay up and try and keep it in the Bruins zone.
Second period, it's still Toronto 1, the Islanders 1. Doug Rombo, formerly of the Buffalo Sabres, scored for the Islanders. Now Perreault against Esposito on the draw in the Boston zone. Perreault will try and get the puck back to the point. Schoenfeld and Korab. Schoenfeld to the left point. And on the draw, it goes right over to Cashman to the left wing. Cashman gets back to center. To the Buffalo line. The long shot got by Dryden. Left for Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld in the corner. Up off the boards. Kept in Dallas Smith. Long shot wide to the far side. Kept in by Marcotte. Schoenfeld back after it behind the net. Tried to clear it. Savard intercepts into the corner. Schoenfeld goes after him. They jam to the boards, and the Bruins got a face-off coming up in the Buffalo zone to the right. Now we're getting very close to the time where you look for Dave Dryden to leave the net in favor of the extra attacker. Back to Ward, the long shot caught by Dryden. He bobbles and scoops the rebound to Carrier into the corner. Robert now, checked by Savard. Robert for Robitaille. Robitaille comes back for Buffalo at his own blue line. At center, a pass to Carrier. Breaks in over the Boston line to the corner. Centers the puck, but Sims is there for Boston. Now Sims up on the left boards. A pass to the Buffalo blue line. Broken up by Perreault. Robitaille. 1:50 to go in the game. Perreault at center, trying to get around Savard. Knocked out of the play. Carrier comes up with it. He shoots it into the Boston zone, caught by Gilles Gilbert. Auer to the left of the net. Pass up to Sims. 1:35 to go in the game. It's cleared now to the Buffalo line. Shot back by Carrier inside the Boston line. Or up on the left side for Marcotte. In over the Buffalo line. Fakes the shot. Goes to the corner. Centers it. Savard could not get to it. And now Martin with 1:20 to go. Buffalo starting back, led by Martin at center to the Boston line. Shoots it into the corner to the left. They all race in after it now. O'Reilly against Martin. Lorenz is there. They get a whistle with 1:08 to go as Dave Dryden makes his way towards the Buffalo Sabres bench. With only 1:08 to go.
Martin and Lorenz did exactly as Joe Crozier would wish. That is going into the Boston zone and forcing a face-off in there. Now it gives Joe Crozier a chance to pull his goaltender if he wishes with 1:08 to go, and to pick his players he wants on the ice. We have a final out-of-town score in New York. It is no longer 1-1, but a final Chicago win, 5-2 over the Rangers. The Rangers' second goal, Fairburn. The Hawks' last four goals in order: White, Stan Mikita, Dennis Hull, and Redmond. That's a final 5-2. Still 1-1 in Toronto. The Islanders and the Maple Leafs. In the third period in Philadelphia, it's the Flyers 4, the Blues 2. Dryden is on the Buffalo Sabre bench. Joe Crozier sending out Dudley, Mickey, Schoenfeld, Luce to take the draw. And Steve Atkinson on the far side, and back behind the face-off circle, the big shooter, 42-goal scorer, Rick Martin. Another change coming up here with Atkinson coming to the bench and Rene Robert replacing him for the Sabres' final attack.
Both clubs have had identical shots on goal, 29 each. But the Bruins lead by a goal, 4-3, face-off of the Boston zone to the left, 1:08 to go. All ready now. Don Luce against Esposito on the draw. Dallas Smith off the boards. Right point to Robert. The Buffalo net is wide open. Esposito has it. He dumps it to Hodge at center. He's got a wide open net. He backhands it wide of the Buffalo net with 57 seconds to go. Now Dudley up on the left side. Dryden is at the bench. Sabres trying to get something going. Hodge keeps it in. Luce is back after it around the boards for Schoenfeld. 44 seconds to go. Buffalo net is wide open. The Bruins will get a face-off in the Buffalo zone to the left with only 41 seconds remaining in the game, and Boston leading by 4-3.
Joe Crozier deciding whether he'll put goaltender Dave Dryden back in, and I'm sure he will. Yes, now Dave Dryden is moving toward his position in the goal as Kenny Hodge of the Bruins forced the face-off in the Sabres zone. 41 seconds to go. Sure that as soon as the Sabres move up the ice, Dryden will follow them very closely and get to the bench as quickly as possible.
Ready to go. Face off of the Buffalo zone to the left. Esposito against Perro. 4-3. The Bruins lead on the draw. Hodge now for Boston. Takes the shot. Right to Dryden. He made the save, and Cashman is there. Into the corner. Centers the puck. Esposito couldn't get to it. 30 seconds to go. Schoenfeld ahead now to Atkins, and he dumps it into the Boston zone. It goes behind the net. Dryden is back to this bench now. Extra attacker. Puck into the corner. Cleared by Esposito. Goes to the right point now to Perro. He keeps it in 18 seconds. Atkinson's got it. He tried to center it. Oh, Mickey is there, and he couldn't get it. Larry Mickey was right there in the goal crease. The puck was shot. Gilbert made the save, and he fell on it in the goal crease. Mickey could not get his stick down to the ice to flip the puck into the net. And he is rather disgusted with himself, but he just couldn't get his stick down to the ice. With 13 seconds now remaining, and we have some streamers on the ice as linesman Neil Armstrong skates back to pick up the long streamer thrown into the Buffalo area, and the net is still wide open. 13 seconds to go.
Larry Mickey had a wide open stick. That play, Ted. And he reached back to try and get it. By that time, Gilbert had trapped the puck and killed the play.
A loose puck taken by Smith. Can't get it out. Kept in. It comes to the left boards to Esposito. Kept in by Robert. Goes to Martin. The shot. Oh, right through to Gilbert. He made the save. Another shot. The scramble. 2 seconds to go. It's into the corner. And there goes the horn as the Buffalo